for tuning in. On this episode of Dan's Garage, Dan replaces the grille, aligns the hood, and fixes the rear. Hey Dan, run that intro!
Hey gearheads, welcome to Dan's Garage. Thanks for tuning in, and I really appreciate you watching. Now, it is the new year, so Happy New Year 2022. We have some big plans here at Dan's Garage. We're going to be turning over some more of these Chevelles, maybe getting some new projects. Who knows, it's still really early in the year, but if you haven't subscribed yet, consider subscribing so you can follow along with all the fun I'm getting into. But for now, we do need to keep going on this Malibu. I did get the hood on and the fender on one of the last episodes. I'll put a card up there for you to check that out. But for now, we do need to adjust this hood, need to get this headlight bucket in, and we need to change out that grille. I also need to finish bolting in the rear end that we put in on the episode when we picked it up from Willie's. If you don't know anything about why I have 15 Chevelles, then you need to go check out the end of this video. There'll be a link to the 15 cars video. You can go to my main page on YouTube. So I do thank you for tuning in. Let's take a look at what we're up against today. So I don't think that's the gap you're supposed to have on a hood, unless of course you're drag racing, and it does help you with expelling heat. But the front looks pretty good down there. It's a little low actually, and the back, as I said, is a little bit high. The other side needs a little adjustment too, so let's look at the hinges. The first thing I'm going to do is put one of the springs back on. I left the springs off when I was putting it on because it would, I thought it would make it easier. But now that I need it up so we can adjust it, the spring's going to make it easier to have it put together the right way. So for this, we're just going to hook it around the back, and we just have to stretch it around the front here. So you want to be very careful because, well, it's a spring, so don't mess up. That was easier than I thought it was going to be. Now adjusting hood hinges is really easy. All you need is a 9/16 ratchet and socket. So you have the 2 bolts down here and 2 bolts up here. So these 2 up here is going to give you forward and backward travel, also help you square up the hood in the opening. And then these down here is going to give you your up and down. So the front one, essentially if you raise the front of the hinge, it's going to raise the front of the hood. The back is going to adjust the back of the hood. Now you do have to kind of go over all this a couple of times, open and close it, make sure it's all working well. Once you get both hinges aligned, you should be in good shape. Now if you watch the tips video I did like 2 years ago, once you do get it aligned, if you're prepping for paint or something like that, you can drill a little hole here with a drill bit through the hinge into the hood, and that'll help you realign it when you're done. That way you don't have to go back and forth and risk screwing up your paint. But we're going to go ahead and loosen these up. We'll get this all lined up to both fenders. Another thing I'm going to do is pull this broken 71 grill off of the 72 and put a 72 grill on it. And I'm working on getting this headlight bucket in, so pulling this out of the way will help me get that on. Then we'll put a 72 grill on that's in a little bit better shape, not a lot better, but it'll make the front end look better. I think I have a headlight too, and we haven't cleaned out the interior yet, so hopefully there's maybe some parts in there we can use also. I'm deciding that that hood hinge I put on is, I think, from another year, and it's a little different because the back of the hood is still way up high. So we're going to wait on that and hope there's another hood hinge in there somewhere too. Or maybe take one off one of the other cars next time I go to Willie's. I don't know. But I'm going to get this out of here. Oh. Alright, 71 grill out. Alright, we now have a 72 grill on the 72 Chevelle, which is going to do nothing more than stop people from going, why is there a 71 grill on your 72? And we have this. There's 2 things to be said for hanging on to old parts. You may be able to use them one day, but you need to find them too. I think this might work. So let's see if it is going to work, which I believe it's the right headlight. We still need a bucket and stuff to make that work, so we'll hope that the bezel is in the car somewhere. and a lens. I mean, if I could find at least a lens and put a headlight in, it'll look more complete. So it'll do better on its photo session at the end before it's for sale. So we'll hang on to this. I don't know if it works, but I guess it doesn't matter. So if you watch the video of us picking this car up, you know that we had to put this rear end under it. I believe I got it from a guy who was building a 68, but I think all the rears are the same. It's a 10 bolt, probably a 308 non-posi unit. But what I did not do was finish putting the hardware in. So you can see the bolt sticking out there. So I'm going to go ahead and do all that, but it's not really anything exciting, so I'm not going to show you. Alright, so here's looking at the rear end from the front of the vehicle underneath it. And I got all the bolts in. And you can see the frame looks good. It's got a lot of surface rust, but I don't see any dings and dents and twists in it from here. The rear cross member looks good. The floors, of course, are shot like every other car. The fuel tank is all pushed up. And that's pretty much how the back looks. And here's the front. Again, the frame looks pretty good from what I can tell. All front suspension looks like it's there. Cross member is intact. The floor, of course, under the driver's seat is shot, but we'll see that in a future video when I clean out the interior. It looks like it was a 4-speed car, maybe. It's got that hump in the floor. And then the passenger side floor pan is not terrible, but I would still replace it, of course. So on the front of the passenger side axle tube, it has FJ0703B. It looks like the date code is F268. Or P268, I268 maybe. I268 it looks like. The other number on the center of the pumpkin looks like a date code. Looks like I don't know if this will work, but if I flip it upside down, it looks like it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I don't know if that's a thing over 3, meaning it was made in March, or the P or this code down here is the date code. That's now upside down. Sorry, I hope I'm not making anybody sick. But that's on the passenger side. And then on the driver's side over here, I need to get the light. So if this is facing the right way, it looks like it says don't, D-O-N-T. Unless it's L-H-O-S. I don't know, I can't see. I don't know what any of that means. I'm going to go inside and decode it. I'll be right back. Up in a more comfortable position. Back up from under the car. So I did the research, and the rear end is a 308 open non-posi rear end, which I pretty much assumed, as you just heard me say. It is a 68 Chevelle 10 bolt, so that's fine for this car. Depending on what kind of engine and transmission anybody puts it in it, probably be a pretty nice driver. So you can use it on the highway, you can go to shows far away and just enjoy it. So that rear end's probably going to be a good rear end for it. So we got all the bolts in that, got everything tightened up down there. Got this finished up here. I do still need to get another hinge for this side. I'm pretty sure this hinge is one of the old ones from the 66, which is not right for a 72, so we need to get that changed out, or just leave it looking the way it does. I don't know. Once we clean out the interior, hopefully I'll find a headlight bezel and bucket, so maybe I can put that headlight in it, and a marker light, just to make the front end look a little bit more complete. And then after that, hopefully we'll be closer to getting the title. We'll go out and do a photo shoot. But before that happens, hopefully we'll get the title for the Malibu. Hopefully we'll get the title for the SS outside. We'll be able to do a final cleanup on that. We'll do a nice walk around in a parking lot. Maybe I'll bring it somewhere and get it off the trailer. Do a nice walk around the vehicle so you guys can all see what it looks like. And then we can go ahead and put it on eBay, and it's going to be for sale. So keep that in mind. If you're not subscribed, please consider clicking that bell down below and subscribing so you know when these cars are going to be going for sale. A lot of you are watching are not subscribed. I don't know if it's because you see them on TV or something like that and you can't, but I encourage you, just pull me up on your phone or your computer if you have a minute, and just go ahead and subscribe. And make sure you like this video too. Click on that little thumbs up. You can click on the thumbs down if you like, but you know, they don't put those numbers up anymore, so I don't get my feelings hurt. So if you got a comment, put it down below. But before I go, since it was the holidays and my birthday just passed, I want to show you some cool things I just got. The first thing I want to show you that my family got me is this cool, actually silk screened sweatshirt. So this is actually on here, silk screen. It's not like it's a decal or, you know, heat transfer or anything like that. And the best part, check this out. So I really love the way this looks. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? What's it look like? I can't see it. Where are you? There you are. So yeah, you can see how that looks. Really liking that. It looks really cool the way it is. It's got kind of a aged look to it with the lines through it, so it looks really cool, and I love it. So if you guys would be interested in something like this, let me know. I don't have any merch right now, but this is definitely something I could see selling if somebody wanted a nice zip-up sweatshirt. It's got the nice hood on it. You got the little pocket hands, so hand pockets, so everything is a really nice sweatshirt. So maybe we could do t-shirts too like that. I don't know. Some other things I got that are pretty cool is this Cruisin' 66 license plate. And what I really like about it is this one is from 1967. So that's a really neat that we got a 6 from 67. And then we also got a Super Chevrolet service, you know, these metal signs that we could put up in the garage. I got another Route 66 one over there. And one of the coolest things I got from my bass player Anthony is this cool mug with the Dan's Garage car on there. It says, "I'm not old, I'm classic," because I am now a classic since I had another birthday. So that's pretty much it for this one. So I want you to please have a happy new year, stay positive, and keep on wrenching. We'll see you on the next one.